Here we are, Jason's YouTube channel. Good to see everybody. Dang, it's been a while. Hey, we got a different camera view here. I wanted to read something off the computer. You know, the best way for me to entitle this video, and I've been wanting to do this video for months, literally months. We're going to title it Secrecy, okay? About secrecy. Something that really, really bothers me. And this is because, you know, I struggle with this ADHD conflict. And in ADHD, you just generally, there's no such thing as secrets. You're not keeping things to yourself. You're kind of overindulgence with your communication skills. You're just over the top. I've been reading all week long about ADHD. I joined a Facebook men's ADHD group. I purchased a book and I'm trying to read through the book. I know everybody on my group says you don't read a book, you can't read. Well, for some reason, the difference between buying a paperback book and buying an audio book is just different for me. When I'm in the car listening to audio, I want to listen to a song. I don't want to listen to a book. I'm not going to do it. I am not going to let myself come to the lazy point where I'm listening to a book. I'm going to read a book. I don't care how hard it is. If I read it 3 or 4 times, which I do, it just means it's going to soak in better. So it's going to take time. 40 pages in, 193 to go. So secrecy, here we go. Let's fire it up. I'm going to read something. One of my friends on Facebook posted something yesterday. And it's one of those things that you post it and it goes boom right in my face. Right in my face. Just big old slap just between the eyes. Bloodied my nose. It bloodied my stinking nose. Here we go. Something or someone needs to harness your emotions, that is, travel at breakneck speed and force them to submit to the fruit that is only found in the Holy Spirit. If you continue to allow your emotions to rapidly yank you through life, you will always say things that are embarrassing, act in ways that are unbecoming, and never be the person that God intended you to be. I won't even read the rest of that. Embarrassing and unbecoming. Judgmental? Are you my judge? How do you know what's embarrassing to me or what's unbecoming to me? I'm going to tell you right now, ADHD, it's embarrassing. I've been embarrassed my whole life. I'm numb to it. There's nothing that I'm going to say or I'm going to do that I'm going to say I'm embarrassed, because I'm not embarrassed. I've conditioned myself to not be embarrassed. If I am, I'm usually just going to immediately tell you, okay, every once in a while I'm embarrassed. I'm going to tell you immediately, oops, I'm embarrassed. I hold myself accountable. I'm a bonehead. Unbecoming. Unbecoming? Unbecoming to who? You? Is this how you feel? Tell me how you feel. Stop me. This is unbecoming, Jason. There's not a whole lot that's unbecoming to me. I'm special. I'm part of the 3% club. The non-embarrassed and non-unbecoming club. Don't come around if you can't handle it. Okay, theology, I get it. I get it. It's not a bad way to behave. It's honest. I'm not going to sit here and just break it down and tear it down and be like, you're an idiot. You're not an idiot. I get it. It's a great philosophy. There is 97% of the people in the world that can live by this philosophy. I cannot. I will do my best to make sure that you are comfortable when you are around me. Just understand, this does not work for me. Never going to work for me. Not going to happen. So, secrecy, don't have them. This right here does not apply to me. You're not going to get me to get it. Punch me in the face again, see what happens. Okay, but I want to talk about, when it comes to secrecy, I often find, let's just tell a little story here. When I was a kid, I hung out with my cousin a whole lot. And I would always find that, like, my uncle would go out of town. And I wouldn't even know. You know, my cousin and I would be sitting in my bedroom playing video games. Because we'd hang out on the weekend or whatever. And we'd be sitting playing video games. And I'd say something. And he'd go, yeah, my dad, I'd say something like, let's go to your house. Or let's go do something. And he'd say, well, we can't do that. And I'd be like, why? He'd be like, I can't go do it. I'd say, call your dad and ask your dad if we can go do it. And I know, I can't do that. Finally, because I'm ADHD, I'd pull out my boxing gloves and I'd just punch him in the face until he finally told me. Okay, let me just say, My boxing gloves are words. Why? If why doesn't work, I find another way to ask until I get the attention that I need, the information that I need. People with ADHD need information. We want to soak it in. We want to know everything. Don't withhold this information from me. I can't take it. So I would go, boxing gloves, get it out. Tell me what I want to hear. Finally, he would say to me, he's out of town. So why didn't you just tell me that to begin with? How long has he been out of town? Sometimes it'd be he left this morning. Sometimes it'd be 2 or 3 days ago. Sometimes it'd be he'd been out of town for 2 weeks. Oh my goodness. There's something that I didn't know for 2 weeks? You know how that feels like to me? I want to know everything. So finally I'd get the information out. And for me, I'd be like, or it would even be said, don't tell anyone. No one's supposed to know. Why is no one supposed to know? Well, the real reason behind it is safety. Okay, someone goes out of town. They don't want everyone in town to know they're out of town because they have a kid and wife and stuff at home, and it's their safety concerns. Okay, but I have an argument to this. Can I? Can I have an argument to this? Because I always do. We talk about this. I'm a debater. It's an argument. It's a healthy conversation. It's a debate. Let's talk about it. You going out of town? Yes, there's safety concerns. You might not want to tell everybody. Might not want to. But wouldn't you think you'd want to tell 1 or 2 people? Hey, going out of town. Watch my family. Bust out the guns. Put up some razor wire. Electric fence. Watch after my family because I'm the man and I'm not going to be home to protect my family. Maybe he did. I don't know those details. I was a child. But now let's relate it to present day, 2021. I purchased my home in 2008. My next door neighbor is an awesome guy. Awesome guy, awesome family, raising kids, same age as mine, whatever. Good dude. It's the reason I won't even move. I won't move. Because he's too good of a dude and I wouldn't even want to do that to him. Who knows who would buy my house and move in next to him and torture him for the rest of his life. Anyways, every time I go out of town, I text him or I even normally have to go over and talk to him because I'm going to give him chores. I'm going to go out of town. Hey, buddy, when I get home, I want to see my yard mowed. I want to see my yard weed eated. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. Last time I went out of town, I left him the key to the house. I bought a bunch of outlets. I bought a couple ceiling fans. And while I was gone, he went over into my house and he installed some ceiling fans and some outlets because he's an electrician. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I did have to pay the man. It wasn't free. But he does a lot of free stuff for me and he's done it over the years. Great person. So I always let him know. I say, hey, I'm going out of town. I'm leaving at this time. I'm coming home at this time. Let me know if anything's wrong. He is responsible for watching my property as far as I'm concerned. I trust him that much, but I'm a trusting person. Now, this very same person, on a regular basis, goes out of town. When he goes out of town, doesn't say a word. I'll look over there. I'll be like, the cars haven't moved in a couple days. He must be out of town. I'll text him. Yeah, I'm at the beach. I'll be home, whatever. I can't believe this guy left town, left his home, his dwelling, locked the doors, left all his cars, and just literally just left. And then did he tell his dad that lives a couple miles down the road? I would assume he did. Is that who he's holding responsible for watching his property? I'm assuming that it is. Does he not trust me enough to tell me? Have we boiled this down to the exact reason that there's secrets being kept from me? Do you not trust me? Are you not even willing to test me? Could be. I would imagine that's the answer. But the fact of the matter is, and the fact of this video is secrecy. And whether or not you feel the way I feel, which you probably don't because I'm a 3%er, that's fine. I wanted to let you know that I see it. I see it, and I hold you accountable for it. Whether my accountability towards you means anything, it does not matter. But I'm telling you how I feel today and what it looks like to me. To me? To me, it's shade. Do we know what shade is? They call it throwing shade. They call it being shady. I know it's not shade. I know it's, I'm sorry. I know it's not, but it's what it feels like. And now you know how I feel. Secrecy. Secrecy. I'm holding you accountable.